The stage is set.
Woo! Come on now!
24 ordinary men and women are about to go head-to-head with the most extraordinary obstacle course ever assembled.
God help me!
Those brave enough must be prepared to endure breathtaking spills, spectacular tumbles, and catastrophic falls.
Give up!
Only the swiftest and fastest four will survive its wrath and earn a shot at $50,000. But to claim the prize and achieve ultimate glory, they'll have to overcome the biggest obstacle of their lives, the Wipeout Zone, the final step in the journey to $50,000. The epic competition begins now. See who will emerge victorious and who will wipe out.
I am out of shape!
Hello, America, and welcome to Wipeout. I'm John Anderson, here with my colleague, John Hinson. And today, 24 ordinary men and women will try and conquer the biggest, toughest, and most ridiculous obstacle courses ever assembled.
That's right. And the one contestant still standing at the end will be walking away with $50,000.
But before anyone can claim the $50,000 prize, they'll have to complete this week's Wipeout qualifier. There are the slippery stairs, the sucker punch, big balls, finally our block swing. The fastest 12 times, then advance on to our next round.
And more importantly, they'll be one step closer to our final challenge, the Wipeout Zone, and the grand prize of $50,000.
Our first contestant, Andrew Pagano, poised and ready to go.
Poised is not the word I would use, John.
Joe Wagner, third member of our Wipeout crew, spoke with Andrew just moments ago.
Thanks, guys. I'm here with Andrew Pagano. Now, Andrew?
Yes.
I like the hat.
Thank you very much. It's my Indiana Jones hat. It helped pump me up today.
Andrew,
Yes.
do you consider yourself an athletic guy, competitive guy?
Not at all. I hate sports. This is my exercise for the day.
Andrew, why are you here?
I have absolutely no idea. I don't know.
I think I have a pretty good idea why you're here, Andrew. Oh, I feel compelled to point out that is not a part of our obstacle course, let you know.
First, Andrew must make his way across our floating platforms over to our slippery stairs. And you know, he actually does kind of look like Indiana Jones, John.
He does, Indiana Jones in the elastic waistband.
Up and over the slippery steps.
Less than graceful, but, you know, he's getting the job done.
He's actually promised to do the entire run with the hat on. In that regard, so far, so good.
Well, tiny victories, right?
Andrew now approaching the sucker punch wall.
All he has to do is make his way across using only that 8-inch ledge and try to avoid getting punched into the mud. Thank you, Andrew, for illustrating my point. Look at the way Andrew evades. Andrew actually backs down from a fight with a wall.
Andrew appears to be taking most of the mud pit with him here.
This treadmill is moving at a blistering pace, John.
That's not a treadmill.
So you're saying it's just a ramp?
It appears to be just a regular old ramp. Next up are the big balls.
Excuse me?
The big balls. Very simple here. He just has to cross those bouncy red balls. And he's in the water. So that's really going to affect his time.
And from the looks of that hit, it's also going to affect his short-term memory.
Taking a swim is not going to be good for his qualifying time, and neither is taking that long climb up the ladder to the block swing platform.
I am out of shape!
The hell you say, Andrew? That's not true. Your body is a temple of doom.
So here's where the contestants need to grab that rope, sort of hold on for dear life and swing across the water, break through the blocks, and then standing up on top of the step.
Ooh. What gave out there? Was that Andrew or the rope?
I think it was Andrew. And now he has to swim around the backside, climb up the steps, stop the clock when he finally reaches the top.
Andrew crushing the course record right there.
Yeah, he's the first guy, Johnny.
Still #1 on the leaderboard, rocketing to the top.
23 more to come.
Yeah, I'm just saying, it's his shining moment, John. Don't take it away.
Now ready to tackle the course is Gary Foster. You know, he's one of our oldest male competitors out here today, so he's giving it the old college try, even though college was a while ago.
I think a lot of the other contestants are hoping age will be a factor for him, but on the bright side, he got a wonderful parking space. Oh, Gary. I think the stairs just wanted it more, John.
Folks, we just got word that there is a brawl going on over at the sucker punch wall. Craig Johnson, our oldest man in the competition, is bobbing and weaving unsuccessfully.
He'll knock you into tomorrow, Rock.
Folks, he has taken a brutal beating. Somebody should throw in the towel or throw him into the mud. I'm getting impatient, John. I'd like to see some big balls.
Drum roll, people. Da-da-da-da-da-da.
Try again. That didn't work. Almost! Oh! Nice try.
Mother of 4, Jessica Bird. She's now on the big balls. And look at that, surprisingly good here. Second, third, the fourth. Onto the platform. No.
I mean, that close. That close.
On the block swing right now is Alyssa Grube. She's a personal trainer and a fitness expert.
No pain, no gain, Alyssa. Or, tons of pain, no gain. Your call.
Well, while Alyssa takes a break from the course to get in a few laps here at the pool, now let's go down to Jill and meet our next contestant.
Thanks, guys. I'm here with Gabriel Padilla. Gabriel, you just got back from Iraq, right?
Yes.
All right, man. Semper Fi.
Well, actually, it was the Army.
Okay, Semper Fi.
At 6'1", 240 pounds, Gabriel is, he's literally an army of one. Gabriel said his strategy is to let others think he's just big and slow.
Mission accomplished, John.
Appears Gabriel has no exit strategy for the slippery stairs here. Gabriel's not the only contestant having trouble with this obstacle.
Now, obviously, the slipperiest part of the stairs is right here. This area here should also be avoided. And this is no picnic either. Natalie Murdoch making a valiant effort on the course.
Seemed to resign herself to defeat early on that one, didn't she?
Well, when you hold your nose before you hit the obstacle, it's a bad sign. Well, it's going to take Blair, Joe, and Tootie to pull Natalie up. Oh!
Didn't see that coming.
There goes my office pool.
$2 wasted. Jim Wakefield at the top of the course right now. And here's a guy I have some confidence in. No problem on the floating platforms and up and over the slippery stairs. This is a 6'4" skateboarder. He's a contender.
Record time so far.
Wow, Jim is moving like somebody is timing it.
On the sucker punch wall now.
Oh, I'm afraid I'm going to have to see that one more time in slow motion, please.
Doink. Jim is an unemployed skateboarder.
Yeah, as opposed to all the employed skateboarders littering the city streets.
Let's see if those skateboarder moves come in handy on the big balls. That was wicked.
What do skateboarders call a wipeout?
I believe they call it a wipeout.
Jim is having a nearly flawless run. If he can stick the landing, he's in the top 12 for sure. Oh, just can't hang on. He's bound and determined for sure. Crawling his way to the top of those stairs, looking to finish as strong as he started, and in 1:33, that is one of the best times of the day.
You made great time. 1:33 seconds. You're one of the best today.
Cool, that feels great.
So what was the hardest part of the course for you?
I don't know, man, something about those balls.
At 19 years old, Joey Byam is our youngest competitor, and he has some words of wisdom for our female contestants. Jill?
So Joey, how are you gonna intimidate all the ladies?
Well, the ladies usually think that they have their looks going for them, but as far as I can see, the ones that you guys picked out, really the ugliest was the bunches. Can we just get some hot girls in here? So something to look at least?
Well, after that, the women are just lining up to watch you get punched in the face. John, Joey is a cell phone salesman. Can you hear me now? He's off the wall and into the mud and onto something he has a much better relationship with, the big balls. Oh! Joey Byam handling those big balls the same way he talks to a woman. That is to say, poorly.
Still, Joey's putting up a great time here, almost guaranteeing himself a spot in the top 12, a shot at our 50 grand. Now he just has to be quick on the way up the steps.
Well, it shouldn't be a problem. We know he's not weighted down by a girlfriend.
1:34. Joey easily moves on as part of our top 12. It's time now for the women to prove Joey wrong. Julie Orsatti is here to represent for the ladies. Come on, Julie, show them what you can do.
This could take a while.
Oh my God.
Anytime now, Julie.
All right, up to the slippery stairs.
I'm not gonna give up. I'm not gonna give up.
But she's sneaking up on the obstacle course.
Julie Orsatti is now approaching the sucker punch wall. Do we have a clock, a stopwatch, a calendar on this woman? Doesn't hurt to be cautious. You go too fast, you could pull a muscle, you could strain something, and down she goes. You knew it was just a matter of time. And now, the big balls.
John, nobody's going to accuse Julie of rushing through this course.
I give up.
Next.
David, I hear you're pretty active.
Yeah. Woo! Come on, let's do it! David is a massage therapist. He's about to get a rub down right now. Did I say rub down? I meant beat down.
Here he's up the ramp and he's going big into the big balls.
Ooh, shiatsu, that hurt.
David just will not stop, however, as he seems headed for a top 12 finish.
Yeah, that stopped him.
David massaging his way toward the finish line. And yes, David Gorel moves into our top 12, just under the 2-minute mark, 1:59. Getting word now that there's actually a cougar on the course. Her name is Maria.
So, Maria, I hear you have a boyfriend.
I do.
And how young is he?
He's 20 years younger.
How old are you?
I'm 51 and proud of it. Yay! I'm here to show that we middle-aged women, we could be cougars, we could be hot, and we could be tough.
That's what I'm talking about, John. I got a good feeling about this lady. But I've been wrong before.
Let's see if Maria can do any better on the sucker punch wall.
Wow, this cougar dove into that mud like Ashton Kutcher was in it.
This just in, we have yet another cougar on the qualifier.
Take a look at boy.
Actually, I think that's some sort of a leopard.
Either way, Gayla Johnson's about to play with everyone's favorite cat toys, the big balls. Oh!
Watch out, John. She's a man-eater. She'll chew you up.
You know, it's ladies' night over at the sucker punch wall.
You know, John, no one should ever punch a woman. That's why we built a wall to do it.
Is there no woman who can conquer this course? Perhaps we can look to 23-year-old cocktail waitress Kelly Duffy for a glimmer of hope. Lunging forward, she's over the slippery steps. John, I think we have a serious contender here. You know, Kelly said that despite her all-American good looks, she is not afraid to get down and dirty. Ooh, down she goes. Kelly Duffy now up the ramp and headed for the big balls. Oh!
That hurt watching.
Kelly Duffy easily on pace for a top 12 finish.
I'm sorry, John, did you say on face?
Kelly giving it all she has in that chase for the 50,000 bucks.
And Duffy, the qualifier slayer, puts up the fastest time of the women so far.
Darren Miller breezing through the course here early. Oh, except for that jab, that'll drop him. But surviving here, quickly advancing out of the mud, gets himself going again. He's going to be able to reach the big balls in one of the fastest times we've seen yet. And he's off the big balls just as quickly.
Darren is 37 and a father of 2, and on the way down, he took a moment to wave hi to his kid.
Miller on pace with the fastest time going into the block swing.
Let's see if he can stick this landing.
And he does stick it for the new best time of the day. Very impressive. But as you can see, the qualifier is proving not as easy for some of our other contestants. Whoa! Ooh. Swing and a miss. Oh! Tarzan he ain't.
Help me! Help me!
This is Donald Petranzik, former college cheerleader, and still sporting the same shorts as he wore 20 years ago.
Now, that experience should come in helpful if our next event happens to be a human pyramid, but here on the block swing, not so much.
Over to the sucker punch wall now, and this is Ronnie Peck, 27 years old, and she's a member of Mensa. John, that means she's a genius.
She can't be that smart. She signed up for this. I gotta be honest, John, that looked below the belt to me. Let's keep it up there, people.
Now let's go down to Jill and meet our next competitor.
Okay, thanks, guys. I'm here with Karen, Chet. Now, Karen, when you get nervous, you have something that you do. What is that?
Oh, it's a finger trick that I do to boost my confidence because no one else in the world can do this.
Confidence, something you definitely need in this game, but it also doesn't hurt to call in a few favors.
God help me.
Oh, wow. You can see that Karen did not get to use her finger trick because her hand was busy plugging her nose.
And our final competitor of the day, Ingo Katendig. And I bet you he doesn't have anything nearly as cool as that finger thing.
All right, that's pretty cool.
Down the ramp he goes. Light on his feet as he makes his way over the slippery stairs. Look at that, up and down like a champ.
Let's see if Ingle can dance away from the sucker punch wall. Nope, he goes for a dip.
Ingle, though, extricating himself now from the mud pit, making his way over to the big balls, where perhaps this is where that breakdancing can come into play and be beneficial. Wiki, 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 wipeout.
Oh, almost.
Ingle looking to move into that all-important top 12 so he can advance, and he does with 1:32. What a time. Second fastest of the day.
It's a summer show, but it's definitely more interested in the fall.
Big falls. After our qualifying round, we've cut the field in half now. 12 contestants are moving on. Skateboarder Jim Wakefield, neon blonde Kelly Duffy among them. We also have breakdancer Ingo Katendig and shaggy-haired father of two, that's Darren Miller.
But you haven't seen anything yet, people. The wipeouts are about to get much, much worse.
And here's why. Our next challenge, the sweeper. Contestants will begin on 10-foot poles as the crane makes a sweeping motion. Then they have to jump over the crane to avoid being smacked down into the water. The last 6 standing advance, and the last one standing gets a cool $1,000 for a bonus.
Oh, and one more thing. We thought we'd make it more fun by giving them sacks to wear this week.
Oh my God, you guys.
Although it seems they're having difficulty just getting them on.
Let me not fall backwards while I'm doing this.
All right, the cat's in the bag, and we are ready to go. No one has fallen in yet, but it's just a matter of time.
And here comes the sweeper arm. Our game is underway.
I'm so scared.
As well he should be. That's Jim Wakefield again, our skateboarder, and he is up first.
Woo!
So that's how the game works.
One at a time, they jump over the sweeping arm as it gets higher and faster until eventually... Oh. Karen, you could have at least waited until I finished explaining the game.
So Karen Chet uses her skilled fingers to plug her nose again. First victim of the sweeper. 1 down, 10 more to go for that extra $1,000.
Oh God!
John, make that 2 people. 3 people down. My bad.
Let's take another look at that. Resident genius Ronnie Peck is out, but at least our former cheerleader Donald gives her one last cheer on the way down.
Wipeout.
And to think, it only gets faster and higher from here.
Come on now, here it comes. It's coming fast. Woo! Come on now. Give me some.
Masseuse David Gorel still bringing unbridled energy to the game, both with his jump and his mouth.
Come on.
That's mother of 4, Jessica Burr.
I'm kicking my own ass.
Jessica, let's leave the butt kicking to the sweeper.
Alyssa Groob, our personal trainer, clipping the bar. Looking a little tired there, John. Oh, but it's actually Jessica Bird who takes another hit.
Turns out this bird can't fly after all. I am very sorry.
There goes the sweeper. Gets higher. The revolution's getting faster.
Yes, come on.
Here's where endurance and athleticism really come into play in the game.
Does anybody else notice Mr. Gorel's sweat stains? I think this kid has malaria.
8 contestants left. Only 2 more to go until we have our top 6. Kelly Duffy looking good there. Getting higher, getting faster. John, have you noticed any keys to success here?
Well, if I were a contestant, I'd try to avoid appearing in any slow-motion replays.
Oh, there go our final 2.
All right, let's cue up the replay.
Alyssa and Gayla hit the water in a 2-for-1 wipeout.
Gayla probably should have been paying attention to the sweeper.
Oh!
Not exactly cat-like reflexes.
Yes, come on.
At least we now have our final 6 contestants.
Now let's see who's got it right now. Give me some.
The $1,000 bonus round, that's underway right now, and the last man standing takes home the money.
Could do this all day, boys.
Or last woman.
Our final 6 contestants at the zenith of their athletic prowess. This is gonna take a while.
With 6 physical specimens, we are in for the long haul, no doubt. Whoa!
Oh, Joey and Darren are down. And David, Engel, Kelly.
I guess they were all determined to fall in at the same time, John, leaving one man holding his sack.
Jim Wakefield can fill that bag with his $1,000 bonus. It's just an incredible finish. A 2-bagger right off the top. Both Joey and Darren almost recovered, but didn't. David with an Olympic-style diving entry. Engel Dig making a perfect little Tetris piece. And Kelly going down in style with a little wave. 6 contestants remain, but only 4 will make it through to the Wipeout zone to fight for that $50,000 prize. And now it's time to see what they're up against.
For those of you pun-loving viewers out there, we introduce the Dreadmill. The Dreadmill is a treadmill humming along at 15 miles an hour, but with a few catches.
Contestants will have to navigate their way through a series of 3 doors, all while keeping up at a dead sprint.
But there's another catch. We have these 2 shaggy-haired hipsters in orange jumpsuits throwing tennis balls. Malicious, foaming at the mouth tennis balls. Lose your footing on those and end up in our pit of flour and what appears to be industrial waste. Let's go down to Jill Wagner. She is our first Dreadmill victim, the always humble and modest Joey Byam.
Joey, you ready for this?
Yes, I am. This includes, looks like a lot of running, and I'm a track star, so I'm gonna get this done.
And Joey's off to the pit of flour. One important note here, each fall causes the Dreadmill to slow down, otherwise we'd never get out of here.
Yeah, it would be like a treadmill. Oh, I'm guessing that's how all of Joey's dates come to an end.
Even with those falls, he's still got a chance to turn in a really excellent time here.
Ah, the rabid tennis balls have been unleashed. Joey doesn't stand a chance. Ha, ha, ha. That seemed easy. Second round is away. What kind of tennis balls are these?
There they go again. They're dumping 2 more buckets, and they don't seem to be stopping Joey. Track star, Joey Byam, 1:07 and change. That looks to be a very good time for Joey. Let's go down to Jill.
Thanks, guys. I'm here with Joey. Joey, you made it through the Dreadmill. How was it?
First couple times, I couldn't get my feet right, and I just did like a front flip or something. I don't know what happened.
What about those tennis balls?
They really didn't be a factor at all.
No. By the way, you got a little something on your face. Back to you guys.
Next up is Darren Miller. Cross your fingers, our dreaded tennis balls can take him down. Jill caught up with him earlier.
Darren, you got to do this for all the dads out there. You got to represent.
I'm gonna do my best. For all the fathers out there, I'm with you guys.
Oh, ooh, Darren got spat out like a bad clam.
Oh, Darren's spending most of his time now in the flour pit.
I'm guessing by now he has enough flour down there to bake a loaf of bread.
Looks like Darren's getting tired.
Now past the 3-minute mark, and you remember Joey Byam, he came in just over a minute. This does not seem like it's going to be a good time for Darren.
Oh, John, take a look at this. Now our hipsters are beginning to taunt Darren. Bad, bad hipsters. Uh-oh, looks like it's only pumped him up. Let's just hope the loaf in his pants doesn't slow him down.
Darren Miller, a time just a pinch over 4 minutes, 35 seconds. We'll see if that holds up.
And now we have flatbread.
Mommy.
Now Kelly Duffy, our lone female competitor. She looks pumped up and ready to give the old Dreadmill a go. Kelly slowly making her way back up to the Dreadmill, and it's clear this first fall really rattled her.
Oh, when she takes another one.
That looked like a strategic fall to me, John. Remember, the Dreadmill slows down each time these folks fall, and Kelly's certainly bringing down the speed. Kelly's legs must really be getting tired.
Why? Because she's been running through my mind all day?
No, I'm pretty sure it's because of the Dreadmill.
Yeah, that would make more sense.
What? Kelly Duffy quits. She's out. That leaves 3 competitors to go, and first up among them is skateboarder Jim Wakefield.
Jim, what's going through your head right now?
Man, I'm just thinking about the treadmill, and then, you know, I'm just...
You mean the Dreadmill?
Yeah, the Dreadmill. Just thinking about that, man.
Hey, John, how come Jim is wearing a different color helmet than everyone else?
That's not a helmet, John.
Oh.
That's hair.
Now that's a sound worth hearing again and again.
Another fall from our skateboarder, Jim Wakefield. Now, he's getting up quickly, though, and if he has any chance of beating Joey Byam, he's got to make the run now. He's going for door number 1, and I'm guessing it's time for the tennis balls. And I'm even more sure those are going to put him down.
You know, I think the tennis balls have sped him up. He's flying.
Jim Wakefield finishing in just over a minute. It's a blazing time, and he moves into first place. Joey Byam slides to second with just 2 competitors left. Next up, it's our scrappy massage therapist, David Gorel. He's looking for a happy ending here at the Dreadmill. This is a brutal obstacle course.
Well, it's not called the Giggle Mill, son.
Come on! Give me some!
Wow, look at this. David barely holding onto that door, saving himself from the flower pit.
Come on! This is it. Oh, come on!
Oh, David loses his footing. Terrible break there, all the way back to that flower pit. And the tennis balls just adding insult to injury there.
Damn it!
Oh, he was just feet away from a great time.
Back through door number 2.
This is it. You can do it.
David coming in very close to Darren Miller's time, finishing just a second off Miller's pace. So we have 3 finalists already advancing to the wipeout zone. But on the bubble, the guy in trouble, David Gorel. Ingo Katendig is on deck. Man's been breakdancing his way through the competition all day long. Now Ingle set to go, looking to advance to the wipeout zone at Gorel's expense.
Good strategy.
Wow, Ingle took a blast to the behind and slowed the treadmill down. I really hope that pays off for him.
It looks like Ingle's strategy's paying off. He's really cruising now.
And now the tennis ball's sure to bring down any contest. Oh, forget it.
Wow, he's doing really well.
Ingo Katendig well on his way to the wipeout zone, just 5 feet away from... Oh! Ingle has fallen off. Now that's got to take so much out of him, both physically and certainly in terms of the clock.
He's losing some time here.
Oh, and he takes another fall to slow the treadmill down. You know, he's left himself only enough time for one last run.
Here he goes.
Ingle now steps away from his shot at $50,000. The seconds ticking away, closing the distance. Can he beat the clock? Can he do it? Oh, no. Misses by less than 1/10 of a second. An unbelievable turn of events. Let's go down now to Jill. She has David.
David?
Yeah.
You are moving on to the wipeout zone. You have beat Ingle by milliseconds.
I told myself I wouldn't cry. That guy showed a lot of heart, and he didn't give up.
David got a little choked up there, huh? Looks like he was touched by an Ingle.
And then there were 4. The wipeout zone is set. Moving on, masseuse David Gorel, skateboarder Jim Wakefield, the ladies' man Joey Byam, and also our father of 2, Darren Miller. Only 4 competitors left with the $50,000 on the line, and all they have to do is tackle the wipeout zone. Contestants will first have to negotiate down a 45-degree slope filled with foam. We call that killer surf. It's then onto the barrel run, where contestants will have to leap over a series of barrels, sure, on their way to the top of the ramp.
Up next, the dreaded spinner. The remaining 4 will have to leap onto a slippery surface and make it across.
Last up, the launch pads, bouncing from one pad to another, and then finally it's on to the finish. 4 contestants remain, the first of which is our massage therapist, David Gorel. Let's take a look at how David got to the wipeout zone. He began the competition in good form, posting one of the top 5 times in the qualifier. Used his mouth as much as his legs to get through the sweeper.
Come on now! Give me some!
And finally made it past the Dreadmill by the hair on his back.
Woo!
David Gorel on top of the wipeout zone, $50,000 on the line, and he is off.
Woo! Woo!
Gorel with a huge plunge. That's worth taking another look at.
He goes down the 45-degree slope, plunging into the water in a sea of foam.
Now he's got to make his way over to our second element, the barrel run. Hops over a couple of barrels, then a third. Well, they keep coming. David, he just keeps getting after it.
You can see him starting to fall behind. David Gurl's scrappy, though, and he's not giving up.
And now it's time for him to navigate the climbing wall. Contestants need to make their way across that precariously thin strip by holding onto those holds, getting over to the next element. Not much to hang on to with your hands or your feet.
Barely making his way over.
And there's the spinner, folks, our evil merry-go-round for convicts and wipeout contestants. Worth another look, though.
David tries to jump, but unfortunately, he just can't hold on.
So he has to go at it again. He looks to be good here, but... Oh! Barely misses it again.
He's trying to get to the platform here. Takes a dive, swing and a miss, and into the drain.
That's certainly going to cost him valuable time. But now back up on the spinner. Deep breath. Clearly, this is exhausting, folks.
Come on! This is it! Woo!
David now off of the spinner. Only 4 launch pads separating him from the finish line.
And the first one there is nearly troublesome. Almost head over heels into the drink.
David got to jump from one to the other now. Obviously, time ticking away here. Can he hold on? Fire in the background. Hopefully, fire in this man's belly. Oh! Leaping 2 launch pads at once. That's the way it's supposed to be done, people. And David Gurl finishes in 8 minutes 50 seconds.
Crap.
Our next contestant, Jim Wakefield. Jill standing by with him now.
Thanks, guys. I'm here with Jim. Jim, you made it to the wipeout zone. What's your strategy for going through this?
I'm gonna try not to poo in my wetsuit.
Okay.
Thank you, Jill. Now let's review Jim's wild ride to the wipeout zone. He skated through the qualifier with ease. Took home the cool $1,000 by doing the best of all the contestants in the sweeper and dominated the Dreadmill. Pretty much all day long, he's been our favorite.
You're right, John. Favorite indeed. Jim Wakefield poised. And there's the horn. Let's see if dreamboats can float.
Wakefield off into the killer surf, and that's certainly worth another look. Peek at this one again, folks. All 6'4" of Wakefield, arms and legs, off in a hail of foam. Now let's see if those long legs can handle the barrel run.
And he's making it look easy. It's like he's jumping over ants out there at 6'4". All right, here we go. Let's see if Jim Wakefield's giant snowshoes can handle this narrow foothold.
Wakefield barely holding on. Will he make it here? Yeah, success. Now to the spinner. Remember, it took David Gurl out twice. Here he goes. Oh, a dramatic fall. Wakefield careening into one of those pads on the spinner. At 6'4", this guy's a human wrecking ball. He's up there for another go, and he's on it. Is he on it? Is he up? Jim doing his best to hang on to that spinner. Oh, no dice for the second time around. So will the third time be the charm? Jim needs to make this jump to stay in the game. Wakefield holding on. Leaps over to safety, and now the launch pads and the finish. He's gonna be good if he doesn't slip up here.
Oh, no. Let's take another look at that.
See if Jim now can make up that time. He's back on it. He's still looking at a good time if he can finish up strong here. With valuable seconds ticking away.
And Jim Wakefield, a good decade younger than his competitor David Gurl. Let's see if that makes a difference. And it does.
Jim Wakefield, a great time, less than 8 minutes.
And a little dance for the ladies there.
Only 2 contestants left, and $50,000 still there for the taking.
And one of those contestants, cocky 19-year-old Joey Byam, is poised to attack the wipeout zone. Let's take a look and see how he got here.
A top 5 finish in the qualifier despite a big fall on the big balls. narrowly squeaked by the Sweeper, where he was the 6th and final person to advance and took care of the Dreadmill in a lightning-fast time. 19-year-old Joey Byam at the top of Killer Surf. And you know what? When you're 19, there is no fear of Killer Surf. Down you go. Our friend Joey, a romantic bath for one. Just he and a bunch of bubbles.
Joey Byam not looking good coming up on the barrel run. Jim Wakefield's long legs handled this one with ease. Joey seems to be struggling. It could be the foam in his eyes.
Could be.
You know what? He's not doing too well at the barrel run at all.
Not making up any ground in the barrel run here. Folks, we haven't seen anyone actually struggle here on this obstacle. Certainly not like this. I mean, this has got to be exhausting. Byam, crucial seconds, just ticking away. And now he's fallen off.
Oh, man.
Ladies and gentlemen, a costly fall for Joey Byam.
John, just take a look at all the barrels in the water. In fact, I believe there's only one barrel left, and he clears it. But, folks, he is exhausted, and I have to be honest, we have not seen Joey Byam like this. Breathing hard, struggling.
At this point, he's so exhausted. Look, he can't even straighten his arm. Oh! Well, he didn't struggle with the climbing wall. He pretty much just fell off. Literally, the wipeout zone slipping away, the cash prize slipping away.
I would suspect that you're pretty tired at this point in the game.
Oh, yeah, you're just so tired, like, giving it everything you've got, you know?
He's moving slowly, breathing hard. The man is absolutely spent. Let's see if he can even make it to the spinner. He jumps.
Precious seconds slipping through his hands like sand.
At this point, I think we could time him with an hourglass. And Joey Byam, he's done. Ladies and gentlemen, Joey Byam has called it quits.
Wipeout, you're my favorite show. Wipeout, why?
Our resident troubadour, Jim Wakefield, singing the song of Joey Byam's demise.
Now, the only man that can unseat the 20-year-old Wakefield is that man, 37-year-old, father of two, Darren Miller. Let's take a look at how he got to the wipeout zone. He posted the fastest time in the qualifier by drawing inspiration from his family. Narrowly sneaked past the Sweeper.
Well, let's see who's got it right now.
And showed some fatherly perseverance battling the Dreadmill. And there's the horn. And the father lunges down and takes a fall into the Killer Surf. Always amusing. Darren trying to live up to that #1 dad coffee mug. Now it's on to the barrel run. Folks, remember, Jim Wakefield easily went through this, but he's a tall man. Miller at only 5'9" might have a little more difficulty getting through here. Valuable seconds and cash slipping away, but he handles it pretty well. And now it's time to skirt along the climbing wall. Oh, that's going to cost him some clock.
He can't afford that kind of time, John.
Now he's got to swim over, climb up, and still get over to the spinner.
How do you think he's going to do on the spinner?
Man, I don't know, the spinner is just killer.
What would you tell him to do if you could advise him?
Stick his head between his legs and kiss his bottom goodbye.
And this is where the whole competition in the wipeout zone seemed to be decided. On the spinner, and like everyone else, down goes Miller. He's got to get back up, regroup. Darren Miller looks one more time, and there's the leap, and he's finally on.
Look at him holding on for dear life, trying not to get dizzy as the spinner whips around.
Miller down to his final 30 seconds. Between him and $50,000. Can he beat the clock? The seconds ticking away. 20 seconds left. 2 launch pads away from $50,000. A couple of ounces. Precious seconds. They're dwindling away. Can he do it?
He can do it if he lands this properly.
No! He misses. Into the water he goes. Jim Wakefield's time will stand up, and he is today's Wipeout Champion.
Can't believe it! I can't believe I won! I can't even believe it.
And we're gonna have a what?
A party! We're gonna have a huge party at my house.
An ecstatic Jim Wakefield concludes his day now $50,000 richer. Well, be sure to join us next week for a new batch of contestants, some crazy new obstacles, and of course, a whole lot of wipeouts. Until then, America, I'm John Anderson.
And I'm John Henson. For Jill Wagner, good night and big balls.